Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. Today we're taking a look at the 1985 Toyota Sprinter Trueno GT Apex. One of my least favourite cars in the world. There's nothing wrong with the car, it's just the people who rally around this thing and worship some silly anime it was in. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't like it, and as a result I have negative thoughts towards this car, but I will try my best to set the best time I possibly can with this. On the face of it though, it's going to be tough. Front engine rear wheel drive, 264 horsepower, 825 kilos, so it is very, very light, but as we've discussed with the Silvia we had a couple of episodes ago, front engine rear wheel drive is not a good thing around here, especially a car that can be tail happy, and I'm expecting this to be tail happy given its reputation, but we'll see. I mean, there's some touring car heritage to these AE86s, so you know, maybe that'll shine through instead. It's going to have 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Subaru Impreza WRX STI Wagon version 2 that set a time of a 29.751. The Sprinter Trueno unlikely to beat that, but we'll see. I think I don't really know what this can target, to be perfectly honest. We haven't really had anything comparable to this rear-wheel drive-wise, power-wise. The Plymouth Cuda, I guess, 32.403. Well, I mean, it's already beaten that on its first lap, so sod that. The Silvia, I mean, that's set at 31.848. Admittedly, the Silvia was over 140 horsepower up on this, but then again the Silvia also weighed 300 kilos more than this, and this actually handles very, very nicely. Not something I was expecting. This actually handles like a dream, to be honest. It's really, really nice to drive. Wasn't expecting that. This also has racing modification, which that didn't have, 31.899. So it's not doing too bad. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just people who are into this car. I can't deal with people who are into this car. And also for me, I mean, it's just a box. It's just a less interesting Corolla to me. I'm not a big drift-do person. I'm honestly not even that big a fan of rear-wheel drive cars. Shock horror. Lynch him, he's not a proper car enthusiast. He's only ever had front-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles, but yeah, I'm sorry, it just doesn't speak to me, it doesn't do anything to me, which is fair, you know. I'm sure some GT or AE86 fans don't have the same love and admiration I have for the Honda Accord, but, you know, yeah, we're all weird, we're all different, that's just the nature of how people are. I do have to admit, I prefer this car's modern cousin, the GT86, that's a good car. I like those, the GR86 as well, I like those, but this, yeah, I'm sorry, it just doesn't, maybe I just don't understand it, man. You don't understand Initial D, you don't understand the plot of Initial D, anime's boring. Sorry, this is going to be the only one of these, this is going to be the only one of these that gets limited ads, hopefully. Maybe I'll bleep that, maybe I'll do, yeah, I'll bleep that, just so I can save my ads if I remember. So, what was we saying? Yeah. This is really nice to drive though. Really pleasant. The only problem with cars like this that have like so little power is they're really nice to drive and stuff, but if you make like a cock up, there's no way you're getting through it. Like, if you're driving something with a bit more power in it, even if it's very unruly, you can make up some lap time just because you're going to cock up elsewhere, whereas with this, you could probably get an inch perfect lap, and you can see the consistency in the lap times, they're all pretty darn similar, but trying to sort of string together that perfect lap and get it registered is just a different topic. 31.849, that's actually very respectful. Actually, that's really funny, you'll see why in a second. When it comes to the times, but yeah, alright, you know, I wasn't expecting much, but that was pleasant. Yeah, I was expecting this to be sort of tail happy and not very nice to drive, but it turns out it wasn't bad. I'd still rather have like an all-wheel drive car, but still, wasn't bad. Wasn't bad. Anyways, a 31.849. Interestingly, the best lap had none of the best sectors in it, so as usual, I'll put the 0.2 rule up, but everything gets the 0.2 rule. 31.849 puts it into 13th place. It is a thousandth of a second slower than the Sylvia K0 we had. Yeah, that's how much was in it. That's interesting. That probably doesn't bode well for the S13s, which I was expecting to be somewhat comparable to these Truenos and Levins, but apparently not. These are going to be a lot quicker than those, and the S14 should be worried. Yeah, other than that, I mean, it's quicker than the Cuda by over half a second, which is good. Quicker than the Polo, but there's nothing really comparable to that. It is a second quicker than a Suzuki Wagon R, which is probably closer to comfort than people who are fans of this car would like to believe, but there you go. Anyways, that's it for this edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. Do hope you've enjoyed. Join me next time when I'll be driving something completely different. Until then, farewell.